Pascucci live at LAX. It's being called the first program of its kind. You can see the Facebook profiles of other people sitting on your plane and decide whether you want to sit next to them. We'll have much more on that story coming up.
This might be interesting. The Dutch air carrier KLM is now testing a program that allows you to choose your own seatmate when you fly.
Yes. Let's go to KTLA's Christina Pascucci at LAX to find out how this works. Christina, how do you do that? I mean, I know if you're with someone, you're with your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend, but a stranger?
I know, right, Mary Beth? And they are gearing this toward people who are just by themselves, and maybe they can choose their partner who would be a little bit more social or something of that nature. So just imagine this. You're booking your flight. Not only can you see the picture possibly of people on your flight, but also personal details and information about them. And then, like you said, choose your seat accordingly. Well, needless to say, this new program is raising a lot of controversy. KLM Airlines calls it the first program of its kind. A passenger literally can link up to other passengers' Facebook or LinkedIn profiles and then choose where they want to sit.
I mean, it's always good to connect someone on a flight, right? I mean, you never know where you're going to meet someone or something, you know, networking for a job or anything else.
I still think it's a bit creepy. I don't know if I would want people to know my information.
Here's how it works. Once you've purchased your ticket, you can choose a meet and seat option. You then log into your social networking accounts and choose what information you want to share with your fellow passengers.
Sounds like a good idea to me. It's a long flight, and if you can spend part of it with someone you might have something in common with, it's a great idea.
There are a few catches here. You must be just one passenger flying between Amsterdam and New York or San Francisco and Sao Paulo, and you have to choose your seat between 90 days and 48 hours before departure. Now, you did hear those requirements. It is pretty restricted at this time, but the airline does plan on rolling it out on a much larger scale eventually, and we'll have more on this new program coming up on your KTLA News at 10. Reporting live LAX, I'm Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News.
Christina Pascucci live in the Cyber Center. See photos and personal information of people on your flight before you even get to the airport, and then choose your seat based on the information you see. I'll have that full story coming up. Like Mary Beth and Christina Pascucci live in the Cyber Center, and that is right. There are airlines that are using social media to help you choose seatmates. We're talking total strangers here. We have the full story coming up for you in minutes.
News Center tonight to explain exactly how all this works. Christina.
Yes, Rick, Mary Beth, you guys hit it on the head. Very interesting indeed. Not only can you look at other photos of passengers and see some of their personal information, but if you fancy what you see, you can pre-select your seat.
Holland to South Africa, Johannesburg, with screaming babies all around me.
So I didn't really have a seat at all. I literally ended up just sitting on top of two men, like lap for the entire flight.
You've heard all these stories before. Maybe they've even happened to you. The worst part is you have nowhere to go. It's terrible. But some say a new program being launched by airline KLM will help put undesirable seating arrangements to an end. It's a new program called Meet and Seat.
New service to see who else is on board well before departure of your intercontinental flight.
Once you buy your ticket with KLM, you can opt to link to your Facebook or LinkedIn profiles and then choose what information you want other passengers to see about you. And then you can choose where you sit based on the profiles you see.
Can meet other travelers and add interesting new people to your network.
Sounds like a good idea to me. It's a long flight, and if you can spend part of it with someone you might have something in common with, it's a great idea.
Personally, wouldn't really want other people to know my personal information before I got on the flight. It's a bit creepy.
As this new program rolls out, it's in limited release. The Meet and Seat option is only open to passengers flying alone between Amsterdam and New York or San Francisco and Sao Paulo. But the airline says it hopes to offer this on a much larger scale.
Now, the airline will not give out your personal information if you don't consent to it, but if you choose to partake in all this madness, is really the only word I can think to describe it. Beware, the person sitting next to you may have specifically chosen to sit there. We want to hear your thoughts on this. Chime in on our website, KTLA.com. Live in the Cyber Center, I'm Christina Pascucci for KTLA 5 News. I'll throw it back to you guys.
All right, Christina, thanks. We appreciate it.